Hello viewers, it's the Man Team and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. In the last part we picked up the Ulysses Ivory Catalyst and also importantly Hidden Body. These two things will allow us to get through difficult areas much more readily than in previous episodes, for certain. And why is that? Well, the Hidden Body spell, sort of like the Ring of Fog, it greatly reduces the range at which enemies can detect you, and in a lot of cases it lets you blow by areas before enemies can really aggro on you in time to hit you as you run by. So I'm putting some points into Intelligence and Faith, as you see. 14 into Intelligence, that lets me use Hidden Body as well as Great Solero, and more attunement slots for more spell slots. Nice and simple. And I'm going to position spells to my liking as well. And you see me throw on Hidden Body as well as Heal. I would like to get more than that, but I realize I don't have the spells.
Well, I'll use neat.
Forget what I'm actually going to do. Oh, okay, I'm going to learn a gesture. I came down here for a reason. Maybe it was for repairs. Yeah, repairs aren't really necessary, but I'm anal, so whatever. At least when it comes to repairs. A little anal. And I consider buying more wood bolts, but considering the amount of souls I have, not really important. So off I go, armed with some broken stuffs. So what to do now? Well, maybe time to continue with the plot? Who knows? Yes, we are going to continue. Why am I reviving the human? Because it allows me to kindle the bonfire. Yeah. And did I? Yeah, I went over the Estus Flask stuff in the last video, how it lets you heal more. Okay. So basically, you can only summon while in human form, but it also opens you up to invasions. I'm actually playing this game in online mode, at least for like the first recording session, and probably for all of it. So that there's a chance that people can invade me. I think that would be fun. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to summon any help except for non-playable characters, guys like Solero or whatever. And here I'm showing off the magic adjust of the Ulysses Ivory Catalyst. As you can see, much higher magic adjust than the other catalyst. It's like, what was that, like a 50% boost? I'm not going to go back and check, but it's considerable. And in practice, your damage is much greater. So, definitely good. I'm going to try and do a Hidden Body run by on these guys. And as you can see, it's pretty effective. A lot of these things are just not going to aggro. There's a lot of enemies here, and they're actually going to see that because I get stuck. And then I come out of Hidden Body and pinned into the corner. And this is just not a good situation at all. This is the kind of situation where you're probably going to die. And, yeah. Getting surrounded like that is sort of like being caught in a singularity in real life, because I know exactly what it is like to be caught in a singularity in real life. I have traveled through time to speak to you. No, but, yeah, you're basically screwed. That's the gist of it. If you get surrounded and pounded, you get screwed. Lol. Okay, so I'm going to actually use a humanity and attempt this again, because as we all know, attempting things again the exact same way is a great methodology in gaming, especially when the previous method failed. Reverse hollowing. At least I don't need to kindle the bonfire again. And what kindling does is it allows you to increase your Estus Flask charges. The actual maximum is 20, but you can't get 20 Estus Flask charges by kindling bonfires until you beat a certain boss, which turns out to be one of the easier bosses in the game, but I just haven't had occasion to go there yet. I suppose I could at this point in the game, especially running around with Hidden Body. It would be somewhat of a joke to run through the catacombs, but I decided to go for the Bell Gargoyle, so whatever. I don't really need any of the stuff down there, so it's not important that I go to the catacombs sooner rather than later or anything. It's not like the Hydra, basically. For this type of run, you want to kill the Hydra. And for whatever reason, I decided to do a beatdown on the Balder Knight here, and it's going to take its time because we still have a minimum level club. Quite sad. No healing. Failure. Okay. Another hidden body. Gargoyles are not far, so I can be a little bit frivolous with them. No big deal. Gonna try another run by, and this guy, I know he's here now, so just kind of run to pull him out. And let's go. Climbing up the ladder. Because that is the pro mode, and they are probably chasing me. Which is fine. And yes, when you're in human form, you can actually see Knight Solero summon sign. Most human summon signs will be before you enter the parish, where I fought the big dude with the mace a couple videos ago. Most of them will be there, because it's kind of the start of the area if you're coming from that bonfire, so yeah, kick that guy back down. And now that Solero's here, he will fight these guys for me. And why not? We'll take advantage of that. Let Solero do all the heavy lifting here. Because if you die, of course, it doesn't matter in a boss fight. But if you win the boss fight, the spirits you summon, they go away. And you can actually see someone else has a summon sign here. Funnyman27, greetings to you. But we're not going to call you into this fray, because we're cheating. And we don't want to cheese even worse by having human players do all the work for us. Kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, yeah, Solero took care of most of these guys. I'm going to go pro and take hits from basic enemies yet again. Trying not to die to one individual basic enemy. Yeah, Solero just owns these guys. If you miss it, you must be blind. And I'm like, you know what? Why not have him just take care of the channeler for me, too? Like, why even bother trying? We'll just let him do all the work here as well. I'm just gonna watch. Nicely done, Solero. Sunlight is all I need. I might as well get my blood stain. Yeah, why not? There's nothing to fight me anymore there. So yes, I cleared the area. Except for Knight Lautrec or whatever, you can find him basically across from where I am now on the second floor. And he thanks you for saving him or whatever, but he lets himself out if you kill the gargoyles, so it doesn't make a big difference whether you let him out on your own or just ignore him for now. So I'm gonna ignore him for now, because that guy's a douchemonger, and we don't like douchemongers here, only trolls. And we get a boss cutscene. Yes, this is probably the second boss you're intended to fight. I think it is it? Yeah, it's the second boss I'm actually fighting too. Hydra counts as a mini boss. It's not a true boss. Although the Hydra is much harder than these guys and is intended to be taken much later in the game than what I did. So sequence break a little bit to get overpowered, then come back and face roll the first half of the game at least, right? We'll see how it works out. Now, if you cut off their tail, you can get the gargoyle tail axe. I would recommend doing that. I don't do it in this video, but I would recommend it. Basically, you want to run around behind the gargoyles and beat on their tail until you get an axe from it. Then you're good. But yeah, my spells are hurting, and I have Solero, so I'm in pretty good shape here. After the first gargoyle is down to half health, or you take a certain amount of time, the second one will join and make the fight much harder, especially if you're by yourself. However, if you are cheesing magic at range and Solero draws most of the aggro, then you can just stand there beating on the gargoyles with magic from a distance. And as you can see, my basic spell, Solero, is doing more damage to these guys by a factor of 2 than it was doing to like the starting enemies before. So that magic adjust increase is a big deal. And as you'll see later, we're going to get better Solero type spells. And I wanted to see if Solero could win this fight on his own, but apparently he can't handle the fire breath, so we're just going to finish this for him. You know, G-Fix do everything. And there it is. Gargoyle's beaten. Did I take a hit? I don't think I took a hit. At least I didn't take damage. And yes, anytime you win, your summons go away, and it's happy days. You get lots of souls. And here we are to the first Bell of Awakening. You need to ring the 2 Bells of Awakening. That's pretty much all the plot the game gives you directly. If you talk to some of the NPCs, like the guy who sits next to the Firelink Shrine, that bonfire, he'll tell you that too, in addition to the guy who gave me the Estus flasks. So you know you're supposed to ring the 2 bells. You really don't know where they are unless you talk to the crestfallen guy near Firelink Shrine. But it's not like you can't find out if you just talk to some people, like any other RPG. If you need direction on where to go, talk to people, or look up a guide, or watch a Let's Play. Thumbs up. Any of those options will be effective ones. And so this is the first Bell of Awakening, and if you talk to the crestfallen dude, he will tell you that the second one is down below Blighttown in the swamp area or whatever the heck it is. I think it is just Blighttown down there. Yeah, because you go through the depths and then hit Blighttown. But we're going to skip the depths by going through the Valley of Drakes. Because we have the Master Key, and to get into the depths you have to beat a boss that's kind of strong against my build at the moment.
I am Oswald, thou art a friend. For thee cometh thou to confess, or to accuse.
This guy is kind of cool. Not to mention he has one of the better troll gestures in the game to spam, especially if you do one after the other and kind of get that arm motion going a couple times. But yeah, might as well buy an indictment. They're cheap and you only need one, ever. And then if anyone kills you, you can indict them. They go in the Book of the Guilty and Dark Moonblades can invade them.
Stocking up on indictments? How honorable of you.
Plus that line of text is funny. So, it's not a lot of souls. Why not? We're going to buy an indictment just in case someone invades me and manages to kill me. I tend to go cheap as hell when people invade me. And let's be honest, I go cheap as hell when I'm being invaded too. It's fun. Knock people off of cliffs, off of bridges, kick people. There was one time where I got invaded in the parish. And the guy was clearly stronger than me, so I just ran up on the bridge there and started spamming kicks and actually did kill him that way. That was pretty amusing and successful. So I'm going to run around here and just grab whatever items are left. This is not a late game area, so you're not going to get anything that's too good. But I got what I cared about, which is killing the gargoyles and ringing the first Bell of Awakening. And we'll get to what those do later. But you can actually do a lot in this game without ringing the bells. In fact, you can get a lot before fighting the gargoyles. And yeah, now I can one-shot these guys with a basic spell. And I got a Titanite shard for it, so I can upgrade some equipment if I wanted to. But who needs to? Those Baldur Knights are hard if you don't know what you're doing. But you can just stand there and magic them. And yeah, get teabagged, elevator shaft door. And you're seeing me hit sparks in the wall. That's the parry timing. You want those sparks to be coming right as somebody's attack is hitting you. It's a pretty small time window, actually. Parries are not that easy. And in the lag, it is even worse. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with the lag. Even if I get invaded, because I'll be host. Pro mode. And I bought his healing stuff before, so I'm going to want to buy other things now. In fact, I think that's where I'm headed next. I'm going to go down to Rickard there and buy up the rest of the spells for magic so that I have some actual viable stuff available to me. And oh yeah, it's Knight Lautrec.
Hello. I don't think we've met. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. We're both undead. Or perhaps we can help one another.
Sure, let's help each other. I've got just the thing to help you out, Knight Lautrec.
Well,
Whoops.
what have we here?
No. I'm just gonna give you a helping foot. Helping foot. Come here. Come here. Yeah, there's my help for you, scumbag. And down he goes. Instant death for Knight Lautrec. Ha! That was a tough battle. I really had to try hard to take him down. But basically, if you don't do that, he kills the Firekeeper there, and the bonfire and Firelink becomes worthless for a while. You can't use it because the Firekeeper at the bonfire is dead. And you have to wait until much later, not that much later I guess, but a decent amount later in the game to go fight him and get the Firekeeper's soul and bring her back to life. And it's a pain in the ass, plus you can get a good ring from him right now if you kill him this instant. Which I'll show, but you don't get it right away. You have to quit out or whatever, like I did to get the Dusk stuff. And yeah, all that he sells is heavy Solero, but it's something. There are 2 other sorcery vendors in this game, as well as this guy. So you can get a lot of copies of Solero and heavy Solero. You can get even more copies of regular Solero if you want. You could get like 90 on your first playthrough. If you pick the sorcerer, you buy a Solero there, buy a Solero off of the other 2 guys. Solero, Solero, Solero. But it's not a very good spell. I would definitely recommend Great Solero, which is if you're going to go with the fast cast one. It does more damage. It has 10 less charges, but who cares? You know, I very rarely am strat for charges. The only time I was fighting the Hydra, and I could have used more damage there anyway, so not to mention with the amount of attunement I have, I can stack up plenty of spells. It's not that big of a deal. But for the early game areas and the easier enemies, and lacking anything else to do with the attunement slots I have right now, well, Solero is still pretty good, so we're going to use it. And yeah, that's the guy who tells you where the Bells of Awakening are if you weren't already aware. And here I realize, oh wait, I don't have it. We are going to restart. This game uses the autosave function, and this game will bitch at you if you quit the game without making use of the autosave function. Back to the title screen. From the software makers. Wait, what? Joke's dead. And there we have it again. Come on, come on, come on. There we are. Gooby, please. We'll get to Gooby. Actually is Dolan. I don't know why that stuff is amusing to me, because it's like not that creative. It's not that well animated. There's really, I don't know. I guess it's just retarded enough. Anyway, the Ring of Favor and Protection. Favor and Protection. FAP. Yep. We got the fapping ring on. This ring helps you with the fap. So, wearing it clearly increases not only your health, but your endurance. And the amount of weight you can carry. Too bad they didn't bring back the weapon buff sticky white stuff from the first Souls game. But whatever. I guess they had enough innuendo for one game. Anyway, off we go with Hidden Body. Hidden Body and Fapping Ring. Maybe I should have called this video series something else. But whatever. Yeah, you're seeing just how ridiculous Hidden Body can be as I run through here. Those guys barely aggroed on me. They're like kind of turning to notice that there's actually a person there, and I'm already running by. Really strong. That guy attacks nothing because I'm using Hidden Body. And why am I using it again here? Well,
Oh, there you are.
we get this guy
Still
again.
keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead. Don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
Screw that. But he has something I want and need, so we are going to make use of it. The Residence Key. This will help you get one of the mages. And bottomless box is useful too, because I can chuck all my useless crap into the bottomless box.
Thank you.
He sells chain armor too, but it's too expensive for deprived early in the game. And if you really want a good armor set, you can just run into the forest and pick up the Elite Knight set out of Darkroot Garden. Yeah. Like literally, you might die, but you can pick up a full set of solid armor. I always think that sack looks like a person sitting there for some reason. I don't know. Wait a minute, did I attune my magic? Ah, no! Can't cast! No! Well, it'll work eventually. And away we go. Meanwhile, random dude just appears in front of me. Is that guy even gonna shoot at me? Nope. These guys gonna do anything? Nope. Well, he gets in my way. I should probably just do the kick motion. There we go. Huh, apparently I thought that at the time, too. Sometimes, past me meshes well with future me. And sometimes future me gets pissed off at past me. So, it just depends on the situation. duck into the tower here so I'm not seen and cast another hidden body. Where are we going? Well, I'll show you. But this area actually took some time to get through before, but as you can see, if you're willing to just run through it, you can actually get through pretty quickly. And you don't need hidden body to do that. You can just run around everything as it's attacking you and dodge it. But hidden body makes the whole process a lot more seamless. And yet again, observe as I blow by the crystal lizard, proving once again my greatness at both cheesing and sucking at the same time. But we're going to get through the game all the same, so it's workable. Read these messages. Need head. Yes. Yes, that's a creative message. Apparently I did remember this, because I need a large soul of lost undead, so much more than I need Twinkling Titanite. Absolutely. Anyway, that basement key that you pick up near the parish, where I died to the 3 undead soldiers near the closing gate, that is the key that you need to get down here into the lower Undeadburg, which is much lower, apparently. If you fall there, you'll probably die. I'm not sure even fall control would save you. Well, that's that. Okay. And you can open up a shortcut back up here. The door would not open from the other side, but if you open it from this side, there you go. You can now easily get back to the bonfire through that area with the 2 really hollowed out warriors and then the undead guy with the shield that I kicked to get out of the way. That's basically where that goes. So you can save yourself some time getting down here. You can also get bitten by a dog. I'm pretty sure that's bleed. I don't think it's poison. Whatever. We're going to one-shot him with a regular Solero. Just like the other doggies. Ow. Greetings, Crumb X is 7. That's somebody who I knew who he was based on his gamertag before. Then he changed his gamertag and I no longer recognize him. This is a surprisingly common phenomenon on Xbox Live for whatever reason. And yes, I remember that I have the heal spells. Go me, even though it really doesn't matter at this point. But it might matter in the future. For longer areas between bonfires, it's really helpful to have that extra healing. If you would get the Rite of Kindling and have like 20 Estus Flasks plus 20, or plus 2 or 3, and a bunch of heal spells, you can take a lot of damage and still heal it off.
Opened the door for me. Thank you.
This door! I couldn't open it, but you opened the door.
Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
I don't know. These guys in Lordran, are the doors like specially reinforced in Lordran? Why can't anybody just beat down a door? And we do see somebody actually beat down a wall at some point, so it's not like it's impossible in theory. Yeah, you want to pull these guys. That's a dick move by the game. You have to really be careful. I mean, you should kind of suspect because you're moving quite a distance without encountering anything, but yeah, these guys will bust out of the houses and come after you. But we can one-shot them with magic too, as we is RM at skill. Hollow Thief's Hood. Not the most useful item. But, well, it'll be welcomed to my bottomless box. Yeah, might as well top off the health. It's good to be cautious in the lower Undeadburg at low levels, especially since these guys, those hollowed thieves or whatever, they can get backstabs on you if you really spam your attacks. They can get parries. And that type of stuff will kill you pretty easily. And yep, there we go with another batch of them. Same principle as before, only it's less of a surprise the second go around. You're kind of expecting it after you get nailed the first time. And for whatever reason, he didn't feel inclined to block, so he instead felt inclined to take a soul arrow to the neck. Headshot. Come on, heal again, heal again. Yeah, past me is informed this time. All right. So what's in here? Sometimes you just don't know there's an item until you break the barrel, and it's generally not that important of an item if you're getting it out of a barrel. Also common in Diablo games. I never even played Diablo 3. There was one time where I'd procced a rare ring out of a barrel or something in Diablo 2 though. That was a pretty proud moment for me. I wonder what the odds of that were. Probably pretty miserable. Here you can pick up a mail breaker. It's a rapier type weapon, basically. All you can do is thrust with it. Thrust your sword into enemies, regardless of whether they... Okay, so... But you can use it from behind a shield, which is helpful. And you get the Thief set. The Thief set is useful in that it actually has some good poison resistance. It's not that heavy. And it's probably an upgrade of defense on my character as well. And I'm going to be considering weight once again. Weight is important in this game. But I do have extra equip load capabilities because I have the Ring of Favor and Protection. Go fapping ring. Yes, sirree. And that actually can put your endurance above the otherwise maximum. Your endurance does not increase anymore, your stamina, I should say. Your stamina does not increase anymore after 40 points in it. But you can actually get your stamina higher than the point that it caps at 40 by wearing the Ring of Favor and Protection. And for a run like this, there's no reason not to put it on. And I guess it might cause me some grief if I try to go with Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring and, like, say, one that makes my spells last longer. Bellowing makes your spells do more damage, and Lingering makes them last longer. And then you have things like the Red Tearstone Ring, which raises your damage by 50% when you're in critical health. I guess I could have put on the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring and the Red Tearstone Ring and take advantage of that. But that would actually involve skill, because if you take a hit, you're generally dead when you're at critical health. That's kind of the point. But whatever, I'll consider it maybe. Merchant ahead. Not a particularly important thing, as if you're coming this way at all, you either know or you're checking it out. But here she is. Lady, I don't want your moss, quote unquote. And don't give me that creepy laugh. But yeah, she sells moss, which is your anti-status effect in this game. The purple stuff takes away poison. Blooming purple stuff can even take away toxic. Red blood moss, or whatever the hell it is, takes away bleed buildup, which is pretty worthless, because if you're getting bleed built up on you, your opponent is probably still attacking you and will cause you to bleed as you try to use it. But it's there. And then I think you need something else to remove curse. So really the only moss you care about is the purple stuff, because of its ability to remove poison, and especially blooming purple moss because it removes toxic, and toxic hurts a lot. You lose a lot of hit points per second if you have the toxic status inflicted. And here we go, the mage that we rescued from the unforgiving door.
At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries?
I know sorceries.
You're clearly talented.
Yes, I know I'm
besides,
talented.
I owe you.
I have a whole 14
Of course, we will
intelligence
require
and a
some
broken
materials, but I'm
catalyst for
happy
that
to
amount of
teach you some
intelligence.
elementary spells. Are you interested?
Damn right.
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then.
Alright. So, he sells some good stuff. I'm going to grab Great Solero, which is basically a higher damaging version of Heavy Solero, or no, of regular Solero, and then you have Heavy Solero and Great Heavy Solero. Great Heavy Solero hurts pretty badly. It really hits hard, but I need a little bit more intelligence to use it. I'm forgetting now, but I'm pretty sure I do take that. Oh, I actually buy more soul arrows. I guess because I don't need the damage? Yeah, I don't need the damage at this point. I will pick up Heavy Soul Arrow pretty soon, though.
All right. That'll do it. That should help you on your... May we meet again?
Yes. May we meet again. Because I need your spell still. So, alright, I'm going to rest at the bonfire. That takes care of this part. The next part, more boss destruction. So, until then, guys, watch me attune my magic. And the me and team signing off.